Okay, we're out at the Echo Creek Apartments. We're looking at doing a project. It's going to be paid for by the Homeowners Association. Joe Goins is kind of heading up the project and dealing with the board directly. We're looking at siding as a component of the HOA, the association paying for siding. There's going to be several things that will be the homeowner's responsibility. A list of those basically is the sag in the front garage here, any rot under the porch ceiling, not including the actual porch ceiling, but any kind of subframing. Any stud rot that we find in the walls as we walk around here. There is some pretty significant water damage. So any inside interior wall space stud rot is going to be the homeowner's expense. Any insulation needs will be covered by the homeowner. There are 4 posts in the rear and 1 front porch post. Those will all be at the expense of the homeowner as well if they choose to wrap those in Hardie. And then of course, because it is an association, they have paint swatches for us to match. So that's kind of, as we go around here, we'll look at the scope of work, but that's just some preliminary notes here. Basically, as we see it here, this window and this wall is our starting point right in this corner. So this is not part of our scope of work for this unit. So we have that wall with that window wrapped in 1x4 Hardie. We have this side wall, and then over to the front here with another window that we would be wrapping. You can see here some pretty significant rot, water damage in this area, and also around this entire window here. Got some pretty good water damage. May be able to see it on the video here, but in this garage door frame, it is sagging, kind of bowing in the middle. So that is something that basically we would try and diagnose, and any repairs would be determined outside of this scope of work for this project. Let's see, we're not wrapping the garage door frame in Hardie. We're just going to basically leave that as a cedar. And then all fascia is looking at being repaired, but we're not doing a fascia overlay in Hardie. Just doing any kind of repairs and then painting it. So that's kind of the scope of work on the fascia. We will be painting the garage door. We are not painting any kind of perimeter exterior entry doors. Hi, how are you? I just met with Joe. That's why I'm here. So I'm doing a video, and then I can answer any questions if you have any or anything. Okay? Again, in this corner here, we got some really bad rot here. Down in this corner, really suspect there as far as that most likely is infiltrated into the interior wall space. We got another window up here that we're going to wrap in Hardie 1x4. Again, more fascia. We have a small little column here. Front door will be retrimmed in Hardie 1x4, as well as that side light. Some more sidewall there, and here's the porch ceiling. We have to pull all this down, investigate as far as any kind of rot. There was a leak from the bathroom, which is right above this porch, and that's what we need to address in terms of interior, any kind of framing rot. Pretty good rot right here too, all the way up. Really, this seam is really, this entire seam here has really been rotten. So pretty good chance we're going to find some infiltration of water behind the exterior siding. Same thing here. This window, a lot of rot, a lot of water damage. This, probably that whole bottom 1x4 there is completely rotted out. I'm sure that's just paint holding that together. As we go up the wall here, really bad rot right in here as well. And actually both of these windows will be retrimming in 1x4 Hardie. This wall here is where the project will stop. So right in this corner, we are including this wall in the scope of work, and that little rake right up there is included. And then it's hard to see on the video here, but we almost got a little bit of a half gable right up here that extends up this wall and back down here. So it's a little half gable that is also included, as well as all this fascia that goes back up in here. So that's what we got on the front. We'll go around to the back and take a look real quick. Okay, so here's the back of the home. Basically, our scope of work starts here for the rear. We are not doing this wall. This wall we are doing. So right in this interior corner here, where the window lines up, that is all our scope of work, including up this barely, probably about a 10-foot rake wall right here. That's included in our scope of work. So again, you can see a lot of curling, a lot of bending of the boards just from rot and exposure over the years. Up top there, we have one wall. We have this north facing wall. We have this window and this wall. Again, window will be returned to 1x4 Hardie. You got the chimney all the way up. And then on the back, you can see we do have another probably 6-foot wall right there. That's also going to have to be resided. As we continue around the back here, kind of more of the same here. We got a couple more windows. All windows will be flashed and wrapped in a 1x4 Hardie. And then here, basically this little storage container, we're going to pull that away from the wall side all the way down to the ground level. Wrap here are the posts. We have 4 posts again that if the homeowner chooses, we can wrap in Hardie. We also have some vinyl porch ceiling here that look like probably it was barbecued a little bit. You can see it sagging, falling down. The whole thing is pretty messed up. So at the homeowner's expense, they can elect to have some Hardie porch ceiling put up there. You can see all the way around here. Basically this wall that I'm facing right now is going to be you can see the seam right at this point where this is all Hardie. This was done as the other units project. So from this point down is where our kind of starting line will be, and then up in this corner, this is all Hardie. This is our starting point right here. So that will be all Hardie all the way around the top, including any kind of fascia repair, and then ultimately all fascia paint. So that's basically what we're looking at in the back here in terms of our scope of work. Joe, we appreciate you looking at Southwest Exteriors and considering us for the work, and we look forward to working on the project for you. Thanks so much.